Welcome to War Thunder. What's up, dude? How y'all doing today? On the dev server, flying out with the French Alpha jet. And I've got a couple of things I'm curious about. Now, when this first came out on the dev server, it was at 9.0, I believe. It is now currently at 8.7, which I think, considering the fact that it no longer has, well, it doesn't have air-to-air missiles, is good. But the original Alpha jets, both of them, were capable of AIM-9s, Magic missiles, and Mavericks. So why are they no longer part of this plane? Now, this is a dev server, and dev servers have a tendency to have things change over time. But this plane, with no air-to-ground weaponry other than its cannon, in a stock state, is severely hampered. There's no radar involved in the plane. It's not very powerful as far as acceleration goes. You see me just after takeoff, and I'm still rushing to climb to 500 miles an hour, so working on 600. It is not a fighter. It's a trainer. Now, like the AMX has air-to-air missiles. And the AMX is a much better plane than this. I mean, we've got 150 rounds of 27 millimeters, which, not bad. But the AMX has 400 rounds of 20 millimeters and a Gatling gun. Yeah, there's a big difference. The AMX is a much better training aircraft. This plane should have air-to-air missiles. Even if they're only AIM-9s or Magic 1s. AIM-9G. But for it to not have those and still be at 8.7, it's going to run into planes that have missiles. You don't even have any countermeasures. So the only thing you've got for your initial use is a gun. Unless you want to spend a bunch of gold on this. And at 8.7, I don't expect there's going to be a lot of people wanting to spend a lot of gold on it. That little bit cost me most of my ammunition. I'm down to 86 rounds. And this thing handles like a freaking bus. Now, granted, I have not given it expert, crew, and I don't have, I'm not going to spend the gold on it to bring it up to a ace crew. But for all intents and purposes, I mean, it's a 5 out of 5 on the crew. And it's slow. God, is it slow. And it accelerates like a pig. So, Gaijin could at least give it magic 1s and aim 9s. Now, I don't know about the Mavericks. Maybe first gen Mavericks would be okay. I don't know. It's not for me to decide. But right now, this isn't worth the trouble to get. If you've got planes on either side of it, it makes more sense. We're gonna pop out of this. Because again, this is a dev server. I mean, you've got a lot of things here. But you've got, you know, air-to-ground rockets. But rockets are good for ground attack only. This poor plane is just horribly underdeveloped. I mean, at least with the AMX, where are they? Oh, I guess you get them right from the get-go. Yeah, right from the get-go, you get the AIM 9L. Now, granted, the AMX is at 10.3 and sitting very weirdly in the hangar. But the Alpha jet gets nothing. I mean, it gets drop tanks. Woohoo! Never gonna need them. Never gonna need them. Not in this current gameplay. Now, if we had enduring confrontation flights, battles, that lasted more than 30 minutes, I think they're currently at 25 minutes, go for the full hour, and I don't know, does this thing get a gun pod of any type? No, you don't even get it. Oh, yeah, you do. You do get a gun pod. 30 millimeter DEPAs. How many rounds? Ammo? 180 and 150. So, technically, you could get a few more rounds out. But, again, in air realistic, this thing is going to be an absolute struggle bus. It's not fast. It's not that maneuverable. I mean, it rolls like a demon, but beyond that, it doesn't have the engine power. Yeah, 1160 kilograms of force per engine. So, That's 22, 23, 20 in total kilograms of engine thrust. Well, the plane weighs considerably more than that. And the wings ain't very big, so you're not really flying a plane designed for rapid maneuvering, high energy turns, and massive energy retention. This thing's going to lose energy in a turn like you wouldn't believe. And vertical maneuvers, not really something you ought to be doing with the Alpha jet. Neither the E nor the A. Now, I like the camo on the German Alpha jet. But again, you get no air-to-air weaponry other than the cannon, and the cannon is underperforming, I guess is the best way to put it. Secondary, yeah, you still only get 150 rounds, even though you're down to 27 millimeter. And no gun pods for this one. But you get plenty of rockets. The Alpha jets are going to be if you're already past where the Alpha jet is in the lineup, like you've already got the Tornado, don't even waste your time on the Alpha jet. Go for the stuff you still need to get, and collect the Alpha jet later on as you've maxed out your tech tree. And don't waste money on it. It's not worth it. I know Gaijin doesn't want to hear something like that, but this is like a kick right in the nether regions. The Alpha jets have no value at 8.7. They didn't have any at 9.0, and honestly, at 8.7, the G91s outmatched them massively. And if that doesn't outmatch it, Lim 5, CL13s, the F86K, MiG-19, yeah. Unfortunately, this plane it's a nice to have plane if you've got everything else. If you don't have everything else, don't waste your time until it's like the last thing on your list. Because you're probably not going to be able to use it in anything other than ground, and then only as a bomber. Because you have no Mavericks, you have no air-to-air weaponry, and your cannon count is way low. At least the French one has 2 gun pods. Not that it really increases the amount of ammo you've got, because they're all going to fire at about the same rate. So you're going to run out of your centerline gun first, and then your 2 auxiliary guns. Alright, that's about all I've got. This is Subdude signing off. Take care, folks. Subdude. Out!